Hello and welcome to Thaiger Bites. I'm Jay, this is Tim.
Hello.
And this is where we get to address your questions from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the Thaiger Talk forum on the website.
And bites@thethaiger.com, which is where you can send your video message into us.
That's right, holding your phone horizontally, selfie mode, looking at the camera, send us a 20-second message so that we can show it on our episode.
Now, and tell us why you don't think Andrea Bocelli is coming to Phuket for New Year's Eve.
Right. We've got our first and only video message for today from
Only one.
Michael Wardell. So here's Michael.
Hello Tigers, coming at you from the mid-north coast, New South Wales, Australia, and I would like to say thank you very much for the program. I'm very much enjoying Good Morning Thailand. Whilst I'm married to a Thai lady, I can't speak Thai, although I've promised her I will one day. I very much enjoy watching your program. Thank you very much, Tim.
So he's got the Thai flag and the King's flag up there in his
Factory?
Well, you can hear the rain on the roof.
Yeah.
From the deep
New South Wales,
New South
Australia.
Australia.
I found it difficult to keep up with the accent, but thank you for the message, good sir.
I really appreciate it and appreciate your good comments.
Right.
Max says, very simply, no quarantine means no quarantine. Because, of course, the TAT have been touting this, come in with the Thailand Pass, the test and go for no quarantine. Well, it's not quite right because you've still got to do one night of enforced stay in an AQ or SHA Plus hotel.
Yeah, and you better make sure you don't get a negative result, otherwise there will be a quarantine.
Be dragged off.
All right, here's a comment from Simon Brown who says, does anyone read these comments and reply? Yes, Simon, yes we do. Second comment from J.R. Kauser. He says, Jay, if you started as a cleaner, you should be aware of the dungeon where Nettie is now chained. Thank you for the comment, JR. One of the Thaiger Bites viewers made us this amazing video in which he did a report himself that Nettie was actually stuck in a dungeon. We can confirm that Nettie is not in a dungeon, and like Tim said, she's actually chained to the desk.
Yes.
I can see her right now, pointing and waving. However,
she can't move because
we don't look at her. We don't talk to her unless it's time for shooting.
Yes, she's chained to the desk. Mad Peddler says the Thaiger is pimping hard for 5-star Marine. Any discounts on offer for subscribers? Well, when you say pimping hard, they're an advertiser and they're doing very well out of it as well. Any discounts on offer for subscribers? I would say, yeah. If you told Sean or any of the staff at 5-star Marine that you are a subscriber, I bet he's going to give you a discount. In fact, I'm suggesting he's going to give you a 10% discount. And I'm sure that Sean is going to call me about that.
I'm sure you checked that before you said it.
Say, Tim said.
Yeah. My Life in Thailand says, problem with electric vehicles is once the battery needs replacement, the old one is not recyclable and becomes a pollution problem. I'm guessing it's talking in regard with, we were talking about electric vehicles and how actually your new car is going to be electric. What do you think about that? Pollution, you pollution maker.
Yeah, look, the whole technology of electric cars is something that is improving very, very quickly. The batteries are getting lighter, they're lasting longer, and they're starting to introduce some more eco-friendly manufacturing into the making of them and the components. I don't really know enough about it, but we'll just have to take your comment on face value.
The positives are much better than the negatives. You are using an electric vehicle and you're causing a lot less pollution. Yes, that might be one of the drawbacks. You have to change the battery every now and then, but
well, the manufacturer of the car that which is from GWM, Great Wall Motors, it's called a Haval. Its battery is guaranteed for 7 years. It's got a 7-year warranty. So they're basically saying that if you have any problems with the battery during the 7 years, we'll replace it. So they're backing up their product with a decent warranty. But look, I think the conversation about batteries for electric cars is going to be a bit ongoing, and clearly the manufacturers are looking at better technology to try and reduce the carbon footprint of the actual battery.
All right.
Jan Bergstrom says, this crazy mask thing is ridiculous. You know what would save lives more than the COVID precautions and lockdowns? Wear a helmet, wear a seatbelt, and do not drive drunk. I think I'd be drunk trying to read that. Well, look, I mean, they're non-equivalent. You're talking about two different things. Road safety and COVID safety are two totally different conversations. You should wear a mask, and yes, you should wear a helmet and wear a seatbelt as well, and certainly don't drink drive.
Yes. All right. Here's a comment from Morpheus, who's a Thaiger member. He says, hi, GMT. Nobody has discussed the issue of expats living in Thailand. Please clarify if a Thailand expat who wishes to travel home to visit his home country, is he treated as a tourist for the Thailand pass to return to Thailand? Morpheus, I think this is regarding, obviously, the Thailand pass. If you're an expat or a resident or a Thai national, if you travel abroad and come back into Thailand, you still need a Thailand pass. So that applies to everyone.
Yeah, anybody coming into Thailand at the moment, local or foreigner, travelling, business, expat, whatever, you're going to have to apply for the Thailand pass. The issue, I think, for expats is about the insurance. Yes, you will have to either prove that you do have COVID insurance, unless you've got a work permit here in Thailand where you're covered under the universal health care. That would be for people who've got work permits like me. I'm covered under the country's universal health care, so I wouldn't be required to have COVID. So that is, and the other discussion was, well, I'm coming back for like 5 years because that's what my Thailand Elite visa says I've still got on my visa. Do I have to buy 5 years of COVID insurance? Well, they're saying if you book for 30 days insurance, that will cover you. Hopefully that answers the question.
All right.
Tapu Raman says the flooding mentioned in your report are assumedly from rising sea levels. We were reporting and showing some pictures earlier in the week. Unfortunately, the world is not willing to pay attention to climate change and subsequently rising sea levels, which will consume many cities and even countries. And we noted that of the top 100 cities in the world that are being threatened by rising sea levels, exactly 100 of them were in Asia.
Yeah.
So this is a problem. Jakarta, number one of the countries most seriously affected by rising sea levels. Bangkok, as we know, is sinking about 1 to 2 centimetres per year. So since I've been in Thailand, it's gone down about that much. So this is going to be a big problem, and the solutions are not easy and will involve a lot of money. Perhaps I could donate my 1,000 baht I'll win from you when Andrea Bocelli doesn't come to Thailand. I could donate it to a seawall.
In Andrea, we believe. Right. Aussie666 says, the word natty is an informal adjective used to describe a person or article of clothing which is smart and fashionable, or well-designed, clever when referring to gadgets. So natty is aptly named.
Okay, Kite Sailor says, yesterday, I don't know what to say. Yesterday I got an email from the consulate telling me that visa application system is temporarily unavailable due to system maintenance. The system will resume on the 15th of November, which is 4 days after his message, 2021, and the processing time might take longer than unusual. Sorry for any inconvenience. Yeah, a lot of people sent us this message yesterday. They got a system down message when they were applying for the Thailand pass. Can you hear the ambulance?
The sirens going off in Asok right now. All right. Next comment is from Jerry. Jerry says, Tim's adverts for 5-Star Marine are actually a better advertisement for Thailand than the 2-minute TAT promotion. Probably costs a lot less to make too. So Jerry thinks you have a very, very bright future in advertisement and filmmaking.
We are going to replace my voice in the 5-Star Marine. We just had to get them done fairly quickly, but we're going to get Nettie, I think. I think we're going to get Nettie to do the voice.
Do you know who else makes a great advertisement or sponsor?
This is one of your really bad segues.
It's Coffee Culture. You can buy these beautiful, amazing mugs at coffeeculture.asia. Click the link in the description below for a 10% discount. Where's he gone? Here he is. Italian roast? Is that Italian roast? Oh, this is the one that you can smell.
This is one of the big bags. It's got the valve in the back, and
Does it
It's still delivering. Oh
does
my
it
god.
still smell as good as the first time you did it? Oh,
I tell you, it's good.
that's pretty. Oh, wow.
In fact, what you'd do, you'd buy this packet, you would never even open the coffee. You would just sit there every day and go, coffee culture. It's great. It smells
Your
so
obsession with this coffee bag is concerning. All right. Next question.
good. Michael Thomas says, always making things confusing to keep tourists out. China should have done something about COVID long before it started to spread. So pointing the finger at China, usually people say, don't allow the Chinese in, it's their fault. What, all 1.4 billion of them? Thanks, Michael, we get your point.
Right. James Cup says, I like that shirt, Jay. Where can I get one? Well, James, if you're watching today, if you mean this one, this is actually H&M. You can find it in the cool cowboy section, not lumberjacks. However, lumberjacks are cool as well. I think he's
Got
referring to
pajamas.
I think he's referring to the one we wore yesterday, the one that's from Num's family business. More on that very, very soon. We are actually coming up with designs. We're coming up with the shirts. We're trying to produce them so that we wear it on the show every day of the week. So it is taking a bit longer than usual because it's actually being made just for us. But yeah, you will sooner or later be able to purchase those shirts as well.
Yes, we're launching the Thaiger shop on the 1st of January.
That's right.
It's taking a bit. We've got T-shirts, we've got mugs, our own mugs.
Yeah, and these are going to be designed by ourselves. Everything is being done in-house, so that's why it's taking a bit longer.
So every day when I'm finished doing the program, I've got to get my Texticolor and I've got to draw the Tiger logo. It's taking me hours. We're also doing the Tiger painting. Mm-hmm. Can I go and get the Tiger painting?
Yes, you can. And he's off. We are coming up with different designs that, attract different people. And depending on your preferences, you can order them. You can pre-order them, hopefully. But yes, we will be having more and more pictures available so that we could show you, like this one. The famous Tiger painting. You will be able to purchase paintings like this.
Signed copies, no less.
That too.
Won't be this big though, much smaller, about 30 by 30 centimetres.
Yes, exclusive Tim's signature.
Well, other people, Nattie and you.
We were talking about this, about getting signatures of people. There'd be about 95,000 of our subscribers would want your signature, and about 10 would want mine.
Jack Delad says, how can lèse majesté laws be fair when you're not allowed to criticise a monarchy in the 21st century, and if you do, you get 15 years in jail? Well, we're not saying it's fair, but it just happens to be the law.
All right. Last comment from today. Martin P., who says, my ideal spice level is 3 Thai chilies in somtam. Good for you, Martin. I can take 1 normally. I made the mistake of doing 5 with Nettie the other day. If my face sweats, then I am at a happy limit. If food vendors ask if I can eat spicy, I say yes, but I don't think they believe me most of the time and underspice it. My Thai wife, though, she can eat a handful of chilies. Her disappointment with Farang food centers on it not being spicy.
Too bland.
Martin, I've experienced this as well. Some of my friends, they'll be like, I don't like eating that because there's no spice in it, therefore it's not fun to eat.
Where do you perspire when you eat spicy food? It comes straight out of the top of my head.
That's when I've reached the maximum. When I reach the maximum spice limit, it comes from my head, from my face.
Everywhere. And the other day it was coming from everywhere.
I started hiccuping because my body just couldn't handle the spice. So stay tuned for Nettie's spice challenge coming out this weekend.
I got 2 more. One from Joe Dirt, who says, China is closed for maybe years. Start focusing on Europe and America if you want to save your tourist industry. Well, I think certainly they've got the 63 low-risk countries at the moment that they've announced, which includes European countries and America. Also includes China, but the Chinese are making it very difficult for people to not only get out of the country but to get back in. So we're not going to see a lot of Chinese tourists or travellers, some say until well into next year. And Paul Meredith said, very disrespectful to say happy 11/11. Do some research into what 11/11 represents. So yesterday was a big promo retail day for some of the online organisations like Lazada and Shopee, and there are plenty of others. They do it on the 2nd of the 2nd, 3rd of the 3rd, the 4th of the 4th month, etc., etc. So yesterday I did mention that it was, of course, an important day for other countries. So there's no disrespect intended. Yesterday was Remembrance Day in a lot of countries that were involved in fighting in the First World War, and it commemorates the day that the First World War finished, which was the 11th of November back in 1918, I think, if I got my memory right. And we actually posted on Facebook last night a photo of Thai soldiers who fought for the Allies during the First World War. And of course, we finished that by commemorating the people that died for our freedoms, lest we forget.
All right.
So that's it.
That's it. Those are all the comments for today. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
And thank you to Jason. Thank you to Shai behind the scenes. And thank you to the viewers for joining us all week. There he goes with the bag again. We hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please leave us a comment. Please subscribe. Did you know that almost 50% of our viewers don't subscribe to the videos?
I'm horrified.
So please subscribe. It really helps. 100,000 subscriber bash. It's going to be an extravaganza. It's going to be a bonanza of a weekend.
You want this? Oh, a copy of this, and we're even going to put this on the mugs.
That's right. So stay tuned for that. We hope you have a great Friday. We hope you have a great weekend. We will see you next Monday.
Bye.